Hi there, my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to Spire Clan in clangen. So last time, Crouchclaw has seen what the light on the horizon is. It seems as though humans have found a way to survive in this climate by creating a glass dome that almost acts like a greenhouse for them to stay in. They have grass, they have trees, they have farms, they have animals. They seem to be thriving while the cats are starving and shivering beyond the glass wall. All of you voted and had very amazing opinions on what Crouchclaw should do, but most of you said that Crouchclaw should return to the clan. He is gonna have to tell the clan what he's seen and convince them that it's possible that their clan could survive in the glass dome if they can get in. But some may not be willing to listen, but can they afford that? Or are they walking into a death trap? Are they willing to essentially break the warrior code? Because they're warriors, they're a clan. They might be walking into the life of a kitty pet. Do they want that? But at the same time, isn't that better than life now? So currently we only have 6 cats in the clan. I take that back. We have 5 cats in the clan because Pokey Speckle is not here. Pokey Speckle is so broken, in fact, that they're not aging anymore. I think that Pokey Speckle technically passed away and that's why they're not aging and they're like supposed to be in Starclan, but it didn't happen and I can't do anything with them. So we have 5 cats in the clan. We have Crouchclaw, who was a disgraced deputy, but he is a loving warrior, an excellent fighter with amazing experience having survived in this treacherous land. He has suffered great tragedy. He lost his mate, and all of his children are no longer with him. And knowing all of this, he still wants a life for his clan beyond this wasteland. He rushes back to tell his clan. He's hungry. He wishes he had more food, but it doesn't matter. His feet are carrying him as fast as he can back to the clan to tell them what he has seen. Onyx Star is grooming near her den when Crouchclaw arrives. She is still strong and still fairly young in her life. She's also faithful to her clan. She's an excellent fighter. She may not have as much experience as Crouchclaw does, but she knows enough to keep the clan safe for now. So Onyx Star is excited to see Crouchclaw, and as he explains everything he's seen, she listens with bated breath. At first, she's unsure, but she has great comfort in the things that Crouchclaw is saying. She has liked him. Some aspects of him she doesn't like, which is probably why they aren't in a relationship as of right now. But she even has feelings for him. The words he says reaches her heart, and she is the first to ask, can we trust the 2 legs? Are they going to eat us? Are we going to just be food for them? And Crouchclaw admits that he's unsure, but he said that he did see small dogs playing with children. Some of the cats hiss. They don't like dogs. Unsurprising, considering dogs are not only predators to them, but also a nuisance and competition in finding prey. But he says the dogs looked healthy, like they were taking care of them and feeding them. It didn't look like they were eating the dogs. He explained that he saw chickens, which is a common food of 2 legs, whereas 2 legs didn't used to eat cats before the Great Freeze. At least from what he knows, that is. Onyx Star is going to think about it. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll based on the relationship. So she is very comfortable has platonic-like and even romantic-like for Crouchclaw, meaning that Onyx Star herself is going to be more likely to go with him. But something could change her heart. So we're going to roll and see if she's going to go and try and get in to the glass dome with the 2 legs. I have my percentile dice. Now, she has a really good chance. I'm going to say so long as I roll above a 25%, she will go. If I roll under that, she's going to decide to stay. I rolled a 69%. So hearing this, she will say, I can't, even as your leader, control all of your lives. But Crouchclaw's words give me hope. Even if we have to find a place to keep ourselves away from the 2 legs and hide for a while, I don't want to freeze anymore. I don't want to struggle for food. If they're there and they have food, that means mice and rats will be there. And so she steps forward to Crouchclaw and says, I will go with you. The 2 purr and rub their heads together, and Crouchclaw for a moment releases a small smile, knowing that he is not in this alone and wanting to go to this glass dome. Pricklehail, on the other hand, has remained silent. He's a very insecure cat. He is the current deputy, and so seeing his leader approve of what Crouchclaw is saying gives him hope, but he is still very unsure. He was formerly a kitty pet, so he knows exactly what the 2 legs have been doing. He was there, being held in a cage, waiting to possibly be killed and eaten for the 2 legs to survive. He doesn't like this idea at all. And being an excellent speaker, he speaks up to the other cats, explaining his experience with the 2 legs. He admits that what Crouchclaw says has hope in it, but he has seen firsthand the devastation of cats because of the 2 legs need to eat. He also doesn't particularly like Crouchclaw, thinking that he's just a bit arrogant in thinking they could just go. He does respect him. He thinks that he's admirable. He just doesn't know if this is the right choice. So Pricklehail I will roll for, and because of his experience with being a former kitty pet, also the fact that he doesn't particularly like Crouchclaw, he's going to have to get above a 75% to go. Otherwise, he's going to stay here. I only rolled a 3%. So what that says to me is that he really had already made up his mind the second the Crouchclaw had really started speaking. He has no intention of going to join the 2 legs, and he declares that he will remain here as long as Starclan wishes him to, feeds him, and keeps him warm. And until those things cease to happen, he will stay in the cave until Starclan takes him. And now we have Darkfur, our current medicine cat. He is listening attentively, wondering if this is a good idea or not. He's thinking perhaps he should consult with Starclan. He has a desire to protect his clan as a medicine cat, but with his clan splitting, he is not sure where to go or what to do. And finally, we have Roomba Ear, who is looking out of the camp entrance, wondering if what Crouchclaw says is true and if she could possibly feel warmth again. She is a loyal warrior and a good teacher with average experience. She was formerly a rogue, and she knows what it's like to survive on the harsh, frozen landscape. But she's tired. She doesn't want to do it anymore. She just wants an easier life. And if that means risking walking with 2 legs, she knows how to hide and she knows how to defend herself. It's all down to how she feels about Crouchclaw. And it looks as though because she is so new to the clan that she doesn't really feel one way or another about Crouchclaw. However, she does have a small romantic like for her leader, Onyx Star. And she sees Onyx Star leaving with Crouchclaw. But She does have a good relationship with Pricklehail, who has announced that he is staying. So I think Roomba Ear is going to be a true 50-50. She has to get above 50% to go with Crouch Claw and Onyx Star. I rolled a 58. It was a really hard decision for Roomba Ear, and she is truly torn. She is afraid of the things that Pricklehail has been saying, but the thought of not having to fight as much is what wins her over. She's still scared, and she still comes forward saying, if we do this, we need to have a plan of escape if the two legs try and eat us. We can't go in here assuming that they're going to be friendly and take us in and feed us and keep us warm. We should go in assuming that they are still our enemy. And Crouch Claw agrees that he doesn't want to become a two-leg meal. He doesn't want to become the meal of a dog, but he wants to try this because what they have been doing has been hard, with much loss. He says, look at how small we are now. What if we are protected by the two legs and we can make more of us? What if this is a chance for our species to survive even? And so Roomba Ear nods and stands next to Crouch Claw. They wait for Dark Fur's decision. So essentially we sent Dark Fur on patrol for herb gathering, but for our story, Dark Fur is going to ask for a moment to consult with Starclan. He steps into the warm water of the cave spring. He drinks a little of it, and he sees ripples appear in it suddenly. Now Dark Fur is suddenly greeted with an intense vision. So intense that they are shocked out of it quickly, and the clan waits with gasp on their breath, wondering, what has Dark Fur seen? Is this a warning? Is this an omen? Is this a good sign? He races back to Onyx Fur and explains the vision. Now, the game did not give us a description of the vision, so I will actually have to roll to see what Starclan says. I'm going to give it a 50-50 like I did with Roomba Ear. Below 50%, it is an omen saying that they should not go. Above 50%, it says they should go, and Starclan will walk with them. Pete Star, who has been watching over the clan since the beginning, she comes down to Dark Fur, who has never actually met her. She says, I am Pete Star. I saw the beginning of the Great Freeze. I saw what it has done to our clan, and I watch over you now, seeing you suffer and dwindle. You all are very brave and strong to have survived this long. But if you stay, the cave will be buried in more snow, and none will survive. You must leave. Whether you go to the two legs or not is up to you, but you cannot stay here. Pete Star touches noses with Dark Fur. She says, go with my blessing, child, and I will watch over you and the rest of the clan, whether you are together or apart, and I will try and lead you. And with that, the vision disperses. Pete Star leaves, and Dark Fur decides to go with Crouch Claw, Onyx Star, and Roomba Ear. Now Pricklehail hears this, and he is frightened, but he believes in Starclan, which is one of the reasons that he doesn't really want to go back to the two legs. He says that he too will listen to the warnings of Starclan. He will not go to the two legs, but he will leave the cave, and we will find out if he survives or not. All of our cats leave the cave that they have stayed in, some since birth, some they were brought back to health from, some this is their new home because they escaped a place of true danger and horror. The cats say their last goodbyes to this sanctuary that they will always remember as a home. Crouch Claw, Dark Fur, Onyx Star, and Roomba Ear will say their goodbyes to Pricklehail. They agree to give him all the remaining food and scraps from their prey pile in hopes that he can survive on it long enough. Many touch noses and purr against Pricklehail with loving goodbyes. None are bitter for his decision. They all understand. So now I'm going to roll to see if Pricklehail survives as the others leave and go to the globe. I will say he has to get above a 50%, and if he does, I will tell a little story of Pricklehail. Unfortunately, I rolled a 45. Pricklehail lasts a few more moons on his own. In some ways, he does really well. Some days he goes hungry. But as he continues to travel in the opposite direction of the globe, he realizes it gets colder and colder and colder. There's no hope of the sun coming back. Wherever he is going, he finds bones of animals and two legs and old remnants of a civilization lost to freezing temperatures. The prey becomes more scarce, and while he is hungry, he decides to turn back, realizing this was a bad decision to go in a different direction. But it was already too late. Pricklehail gets caught in a blizzard. He finds shelter in a small cave, but it doesn't protect him. Alone, with no one to warm his body, he falls asleep. An older male cat approaches him. This cat carries himself with wisdom, but age is very apparent on this cat. He says, "I am Cherryheart. You have fallen asleep, sweet warrior, and I have come to take you home." At this point, Pricklehail realizes that he is no longer with the living, and he smiles with starlight tears in his eyes, and he says, "Thank you. I cannot wait to see my clan." And together, Cherryheart and Pricklehail travel side by side, and Pricklehail is then greeted by all of the clan members that he has seen live and die in Spire Clan, and together they share tongues, they touch noses, and they play in the warmth of the stars for eternity. The rest of the cats travel to the globe, take them on one last patrol to see how they do, and based on that, we will see how they venture to the globe. So as they are traveling, they come across a frozen river with some holes in it and water rushing underneath it. They end up seeing fish that are pretty dormant in their movement. The cold keeps them still, almost like they're in a sort of hibernation. And because of this, the fish are an easy catch for the cats. A small little boon that Starclan has gifted them on their travels. They catch enough fish to keep them full all the way to the globe, and they make it there. At first, our cats find it very difficult to get in the globe. There's a very strange entrance that's made of metal. It looks like a long hallway. They're afraid of the two legs, and so they're trying to sneak in. I'm going to roll a 50-50 chance to see if they sneak in. So the cats notice a big, huge, loud monster with a cloth back. They've seen a couple of them pass by, but this one is moving really slow, and it actually stops for a moment. Two legs seem to get out, other two legs from the hall join, and they start checking the back. While this is happening, the cats see an opening where all of the two legs are on one side of the vehicle or on the back. They hop onto the side of this huge truck, onto where the foothold is. I know as two legs ourselves, we should know what a foothold is. They are able to kind of get their noses underneath the cloth on one side of this trunk, and Crouchclaw watches. He sees the two legs looking through the back, and he tells the others, wait just a moment. Suddenly, the two leg hits the back of the truck twice, bump, bump, and drops the cloth door, and Crouchclaw says, hurry, get inside. The cats wiggle their way underneath the cloth that's been kind of tied down on the side of this truck, but they all get in just fine, and they hide amongst the cargo. They hear the truck start again, and they start to move. The cats are a little scared. They huddle into a corner, but close to the edge where if they needed to hop back out of the cloth trunk, they could. When the truck stops again, Crouchclaw wiggles back down the side of the cloth trunk, and he sees grass. He sees what looks like a shabby building put together with various types of wood, but there are pots, and he sees plants. He sees flowers blooming. He even sees humans in a field with dirt that isn't covered in snow, and plants in the dirt, and they're pulling carrots and other various things that two legs eat out of the dirt. There are kids running and playing. There's fresh water being poured onto the plants. And he says, now is our chance. And the cats scurry out. They eventually find a little hole in the side of this shabby put together house. A hole that goes underneath what seems like a floorboard. And for the first time, the cats feel heat. They feel warmth, not from each other, but from the air, as it seeps through their fur, tickling at their skin. They breathe the fresh air, and they almost have to hold back mews of excitement because they're not cold anymore. They're safe. Our cats will not be eaten in this globe. The humans have food. They have cows that still produce milk. They have chickens that they can breed. They have pigs. They have set up a safe haven. They have no need to eat cats. Now our 4 cats stay together. They don't really become kitty pets, and they move around the globe free, catching mice and keeping rodents away. Some humans do give them affection and will throw scraps their way, and they get fat and happy as they survive with the 2 legs and even the dogs in a small circle of hope in a frozen wasteland. This is the end of Spire Clan. I hope y'all liked it. If you did, tickle and poke that like button, subscribe to join our family if you haven't already, and jingle the bell to get notified for our next clangen story, as we're gonna need a new one. So I'll have to be looking for a new challenge with the updated clangen. This is the older version because I couldn't move the save over. So now we can try some new stories. You're not going to want to miss that. So jingle that bell. And feel free to join Discord or follow me on Twitch. We have a lot of fun in both of those and enjoy talking and playing clangen in Discord if you want somebody to play with. I think it is a great opportunity to make friends. I love you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week with hopefully a new story for clangen. Bye!